Welcome to the channel, everyone. Car is pretty much put back together. Just going to show you an underside shot of the car. I've got the new exhaust on there. Basically just used the tailpipes from the system. The pipes, the exhaust system that I used. I didn't use the tailpipes, so I used that bend. I had two of them, so I just used them, and then I bought a straight piece of stainless, which I didn't need much. I bought like a 6-footer or something, and I didn't need near that, but it's not as pretty as I would like because I had to do it in a few in a few sections. If I could have done this when I first built the exhaust system, I could have done it like in 2 pieces instead of like 3 there. But it's all right. Reason I had to redo the exhaust is because I'm using these shorty headers there, and you can see there's the frame rail. Oh, they stick down from the frame rail a little bit, but not near like the long tube headers did. So, yeah. Still, they might, scrape if you get yourself in a real predicament, but you don't want to scrape them too bad because the transmission isn't too far above the exhaust. So. Transmission's installed. You can see that. Got clutch is bled, I believe. Everything's ready to go. I got the aluminum drive shaft reinstalled there. So yeah, like I said, we're really back together. One thing I would like to do under here is I'd like to move that sway bar up a little bit. It sticks down too far when it's on the ground, so I'd like to move that up. I gotta shorten these links up. But that's another day. So we'll get this thing back down on the ground, and we'll show you the top side. Okay, so we got the Dakota Digital. I got the gauges in there. It's not screwed down, and we don't have the bezel in place, with the headlights, and it's got the cigarette lighter and stuff like that. But it is in place. I have it wired up. I believe I got it wired up right. I've got you can see the glove box is in there, and I've got the rev limiter in there. And I didn't got the wires all cleaned up. I've got to go through all that, but we're just wanting to get this thing fired back up. And yeah, we got the engine all in there. Got the alternator bracket all painted back up. Yeah, it's should be ready to run here. So waiting on while I was putting that dash in, the Dakota Digital dash, having trouble. Power would come and go on the car. Like nothing electronic in the car would work. And there's not a whole lot. It's a 70 Camaro, so there's not a whole lot of electronic stuff. But It would just lose power every once in a while. I didn't understand why, but down here, right there, they call that the horn relay, but all the power from the battery goes through that. And I was tapping on that thing just to kind of test it to see if power would come back, and it did. And but the power would come and go, so we can't really fire the car up that way. This, I think, was the reason. One time when we were running it, it wouldn't fire back up right outside the shop, and I think this thing was the reason. So I've got one of them ordered. It was supposed to show up today, didn't, but I got to get that one in there, and a new one in there. They call that the horn relay, but it, like I said, all the power from the battery and the alternator go through that. So once I get that, we can fire this thing up, and yeah, we'll be able to get this thing fired up. We'll hear the exhaust with this motor versus the other one, and I'll let it run outside a little bit. But yeah, one more day, guys, and hopefully we'll get this thing fired up. Oh well, guys, we're trying to get this thing fired up. Actually, we did get it fired up, but there's a noise coming from the motor. I'll show you a video of that. I thought it was a lifter or rocker arm or something, but it took the cover off and didn't really see anything wrong. So while we were looking for the problem, we thought maybe it's an exhaust leak, and I don't know, it went away. So I guess it's not a problem. I don't know. It's got the brake-in oil. It's 30 weight. I guess it's kind of thick, so maybe it just takes a while for it to get everywhere. I don't really know. But that problem stopped, and now we've got this 5/8 hose is leaking. You can see there's little, like right there where my fingernail is, it looks like a little pinhole. It's leaking from there, and there's another one here, and there's another one there. It's like I don't know what it is, a manufacturer defect. Anyway, it's leaking. I gotta change it, so I gotta do that, and then we can fire the car up. I think we're gonna roll it outside, and I don't know, run it, I guess. We'll run it, see if everything looks okay. car's running, guys. Clutch pedal isn't working very good, so I don't know what the deal is there. I should have left the clutch alone, but I gapped it again. I don't think I should have done that. I don't know. It's like one thing after the other. This car is just fighting tooth and nail to get put back together. I don't know. I gotta see if I can adjust the pedal from the inside, because you push the clutch and it doesn't want to go into gear. So I gotta see if I can adjust something. Okay guys, so basically we're a few days later. A bunch of adjustments here. Clutch was not working very good. The clutch pedal. This has got the Tremec 5-speed conversion with a hydraulic clutch, and I'm not sure what the deal is, but I just could not get that thing bled. I could not get the air out of it. Pretty much a whole day of bleeding or trying to get that clutch bled, and finally, I really don't know what I did differently, but finally it did get bled. And the clutch feels like it did before, so happy with that. I'm actually right now, well, I just finished. I rebuffed the hood because it's easier to do it right here than it is in the car. I'm still not real happy with how it come out. I think I need some new buffing pads. I think my ones must be wore out. But it's good enough for now. We're gonna run it. We're gonna get it bolted on. One thing about the hood is, I've mentioned it before. So this is the Edelbrock RPM intake, and this is the Vortex style. It's a little taller than we had this is the motor that was in the car. It has the Edelbrock Performer intake. It's the older version. It's not the Vortex. It is shorter. The intake is shorter by like, oh geez, I knew before, but I'm not sure now. Maybe 3/4 of an inch taller, or a 1/2 inch taller, something like that. We only had like a 1/2 inch of gap with the air cleaner to the hood. I mean, for some reason it's super tight. I don't know what the deal is, but I got a drop base on it. So the base is a drop base. I think it's a 1-inch drop. I'm not sure, I didn't really measure it. And then I took my stud and I've cut that down as much as possible, and I'm just gonna run a 1/4 inch stainless nut to try to keep that as low as possible. Still not exactly sure this hood's gonna fit on here. You know, I guess if not, you know, they have a cowl hood for this, and it would give us plenty of room. I don't really want to do that right now because I want to put this hood on, do some detail work, get the interior done, and call her quits on this thing, get to my truck. So that's what I'm trying to do. I got a new, what they call a horn relay down in there. I don't know if that was really the issue I was having with the car and the power. I forgot that I painted this alternator bracket because I modified it, and I scratched the paint under this ground, but I didn't do it anywhere else, and I forgot, you know, this is the ground, and you know, if everything's painted, this isn't going to be grounded, so I had to scratch the paint under that bolt there, so it would ground. And then I also added another ground off the battery. There was another ground, and I grounded that, so should be grounded. I I want to add another ground on the back of the head there. I got a bolt that's clean. I didn't paint it. I want to run a bolt from the back of the head to the frame eventually. But I think that the ground was the issue we were having. So after I did that, everything's working good. The gauges are working really good. Yeah, let me tell you guys, this thing is really tested my patience. I mean, I feel like I'm a patient person, but wow, this thing is really testing me. It's like one issue after the other. The engine noise that we had, miraculously, I don't know, it seems to be gone. I don't know. I really don't think my exhaust had any leaks. I was pretty, I don't want an exhaust leak. I mean, I welded them up good. I didn't want any kind of tick, because that's what can happen. Just a little pinhole in your exhaust, you can have that really annoying tick. I wasn't going to have any of that, so I made sure all my welds were good. But I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I mean, I contacted BluePrint. They know that I had the noise. This has got like a 2 or 3 year warranty or something, the motor. So we'll get it out. We'll run it. Hopefully it's just, like I said, maybe the thicker oil, because we got the break-in oil. It's 30 weight. Maybe it was a little cooler in the shop when we fired it up. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't have any help to put the hood on right now. I will have help, and we're going to get that hood back on there. And then, yeah, we got to do some driving and a little bit of tuning. Yeah, that's the way it works. When you pull everything apart and put new parts together, you kind of got to go through the this don't work, that's not working, this ain't working, having problems with this until you get them all fixed. But I guess that's going to do it for this video, guys. Just a bunch of updates on what's going on with the car. I got the new dog, so he's taking some of my time, but trying to get this car to a point, and then get the pickup in here and start taking that apart. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the update. I'll see you.